Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I am your host Sree Iyer. Joining me today is Sriram 𝗤𝙪 as we look at various events in and around India. Let's welcome Sriram 𝗤𝙪. Sriramji, Namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel. How are you, sir?
Sir, Namaskar and then Namaskar to all the PGurus viewers. I am all right. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Sir, Haryana victory for the BJP has given a new fillip to the party, especially in Maharashtra and also looks like in Jharkhand. Let's take a look at Maharashtra because this is the second biggest state in India right now in terms of number of parliamentary seats. And give us a little bit about the chemistry. How are things coming up? Because we are seeing on the other side, there's an oversubscription, meaning there are 288 seats and 325 applicants. And I don't know how that's going to be sorted out. How are things on the Mahayuti side, sir?
Sir, the Mahayuti side, especially when you look at the way that they have approached this election, I think they have learned their mistakes from 2024. So 2024 run-up to election, the NDA, combined, they actually were delaying, probably, the seat finalization were dragged on, and then, they contested in some other seats where they are not strong, and all those hangamas happened. They learned their lesson in 2020, from 2024 general election to the assembly election. This time, if you look at it, one of the prominent factor, in fact, JVC was talking about it several months back. I don't know, in your program or some other program, that Maharashtra electorate has a habit. They don't shift their loyalty that easily. So the vote share, we talk about vote share, movement, right? When you're in an alliance, will the alliance partner get the, say, for example, BJP, will it get Shiv Sena and the NCP's votes? There, the Maharashtra decide on the basis of the region where their loyalty is. Suppose if it is, for example, NCP's forte, even if NCP gives up that seat to BJP, the people will not vote for BJP because for them the loyalty is towards NCP. And hence, either they boycott the election or they vote against them. So, in 2024 general election, they made a lot of mistakes on these lines. Whereas, run up to the assembly election, they have learned this very, very critical lesson that was learned by BJP, especially, or this NDA combined there. Very important is whichever party is strong in that area, that symbol should be used. So if you look at the way chemistry has worked, of course, BJP is contesting in somewhere around close to 150 seats, little less than 150 seats, but nearly 15 constituencies, BJP candidates are contesting from Shiv Sena or NCP symbol because Shiv Sena symbol is strong in that particular constituency, and not just some small leaders, people like Shaina NC contesting from a Shiv Sena ticket. So very prominent leaders are being asked to contest from the their alliance partners symbol, which is a very big thing. Because BJP could have asked, okay, I'll contest 15 more seats additional. So my tally would cross 160 plus, which is a reasonable one. But what they have understood very clearly is, by doing that, they are going to get defeated in that particular constituency. Instead, I will send my percent to that. So the people will be BJP at heart, but a Shiv Sena by party. When they win and then go to assembly, they need to obey the whips of the respective parties, because that is what our constitution demands. Otherwise, it will be anti-defection law will come into place, right? And similarly to NCP, there are about 7 or 8 candidates who are contesting from NCP symbol. So they are BJP person going in there. Okay, it could be a strategic move also if you look at it. Why do I say that it's a strategic move? Because by doing this, BJP is actually having a check on NCP as well as Shiv Sena, because the internal MLAs meet what is happening. They will have their own people inside. Of course, inner core they may not, but at least in the openly what they are talking about in the as elected members, their assembly, elected members committees, they will know what exactly is happening, right? So that is one way to look at it. But other way to look at it is they recognize that Shiv Sena is a strong candidate and strong party in that particular constituency, but Shiv Sena doesn't have a strong candidate there. So they supplemented, they lent their candidate, BJP has lent their candidate to a different party. And imagine only a strong, ideologically committed leaders can accept this also. Otherwise, what is BJP telling to some of the leaders to contest from another symbol? I don't recognize you as a candidate for myself, right? I think they obeyed the order and then gone. Another very interesting aspect one has to look at, Sree Iyer ji, is Dharmendra Pradhan was made in charge for Haryana, Shivraj Singh Chauhan for Jharkhand, and I think this person suddenly forgot his name. He's a very big strategist. He's for Maharashtra, and of course, Fadnavis is taking care of it. Look at
Yadav,
the role.
Bhupendra Yadav or something?
Bhupendra Yadav. Sorry, Bhupendra Yadav. Thank you. Thank you for reminding. Suddenly I forgot that. Bhupendra Yadav has been made in charge for Maharashtra. And suddenly look at it, Modi and Amit Shah is taking a back seat. They are otherwise entire elections, even in Haryana, Modi and Amit Shah were taking not a very prominent seat. Otherwise, every election only these two will be the star of the campaign. But this time, Shivraj Singh Chauhan is taking the mantle in Jharkhand. Modi, of course, is not being ignored, but he is not the prominent campaigner. He is not the only campaigner. So BJP recognized the additional one that the regional satraps are key, or regional leaders are key for their success. Fadnavis, belonging to Brahmin community, has a challenge in being announced as a chief ministerial candidate, no doubt about it. But Fadnavis is carving out this alliance and the election strategy in Maharashtra, and Amit Shah is staying away from that. He's just going there and then participating in working. Nagpur, session when it happened, he was made to sit through the entire, planning session. Otherwise, he would go give direction and then come back. So he has been considered as a karyakarta than as a strategist. Whereas Bhupendra Yadav and Fadnavis are the strategists. They are calling the shots there. They are deciding how many times Modi should come. Chhattisgarh formula. Chhattisgarh, the local people said that here are the areas we want Modi for you to come and campaign. There are about 35 constituencies. Don't waste your time. It is we have bagged it. Don't even come near that. There are about 20 other constituencies where we need your help. You just concentrate there. Exact formula was adopted in Haryana. The same formula is now adopted in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. I'm telling you, Amit Shah has started working for West Bengal election for 2026 already. He's now going to West Bengal, concentrating. Amit Shah has been given the mandate to go and win West Bengal. Yogi Adityanath started working for third consecutive return to power in Uttar Pradesh. So there's a huge, healthy competition that they are bringing in. Why? As a theorist and then as a political analyst, I'm just making this as to find who is my next successor, both for the party presidentship So Bhupendra Yadav and this guy Dharmendra Pradhan and Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Jharkhand, Haryana, Maharashtra. Whoever wins that strategy would be considered for replacing JP Nadda. So that is a healthy competition that they have created. And these three, along with Fadnavis, Yogi Adityanath, and Amit Shah, they are given a mandate in their local state, respective states, of course, Amit Shah in West Bengal, to be a successor for Modi whenever it has to happen. Groom that person for Modi's replacement. So there is a huge amount of healthy competition happening. Of course, Shivraj Singh Chauhan also will be a contender in that place for a Modi successor. And we don't know. We are just making this theory because BJP can spring surprises anytime. But imagine the way they have carved this out. When you look at the journey after 2024 election, in fact, 2024 election, the 240 seats are hit them very hard that now they are taking corrective actions. Wherever they were very, very, overconfident, they don't want to be lethargic now. That's what 2024 general election has given the lesson to BJP, very important lesson to BJP. I look at it this way. So there is 3 state elections used as who is going to be the successor for JP Nadda, and then 3 leaders groomed for who is going to be the successor for Modi. Just to create a healthy competition, go and prove yourself, go and and then come back to claim your seat at the table. And this healthy competition is going to create more and more regional satraps. Odisha, they learned the lesson. In fact, Odisha paved the way for some of these. Of course, Chhattisgarh and Odisha were the key areas where the local karyakartas, local leaders made the decision. In fact, I was privy to a lot of things that happened in Chhattisgarh, run up to Chhattisgarh state election in 2023, Sree Iyer ji, and then we have talked about it. Modi was not allowed to campaign everywhere. People, the local karyakarta decided what should happen. Odisha 2024 general election and the state election together, the local karyakartas and team decided we do not want to align with BJD. We will deliver the results. End of the day, Amit Shah and Modi had to succumb to that local pressure, and then they called off the alliance. The results, enormous. So the central leadership all along from 2014 to run up to 2024 election, minus Chhattisgarh and Odisha, they were dictating terms, and later on, they started listening to the local voices. I think that is a very tectonic shift, the way that BJP has been functioning for last 10 years. Huge shift. They started listening to the locals. In fact, Annamalai's voice was heard. They allowed that ADMK alliance not to happen, which proved some base for them. Pawan Kalyan worked the magic in Andhra Pradesh. So the local voices started speaking up later, but predominantly where BJP dominant local voices like Chhattisgarh, Odisha, now in Haryana, Jharkhand and Maharashtra, the local voices are being heard. And, otherwise the duos, Modi and Amit Shah, used to be the only face on every election. Go around in Maharashtra, you will find still Modi face everywhere. But the prominent face is not just Modi's magic alone. I think BJP started recognizing that, putting the burden on one single person's shoulder is not going to be long-term sustainable, is not going to have a sustainable effect. And they started realizing that, and these are the things that is showing. I'll see the entire contrary to that aspect in Mahavikas Aghadi. Look at the way that chemistry has been deteriorating there. And Mallikarjun Kharge openly came and said now, don't give multiple promises. Don't give 10 or 20 promises that cannot sustain a budget. You can't give something, some some benefits to voters as a promise by discarding roadways or by discarding infrastructural facilities. Why is that they are talking about it? Because Karnataka, they are feeling the pinch. They promised that 5 prominent promises and nothing is happening, going right for them. Himachal, they made a huge amount of promise. Return of the government pension scheme to old pension scheme, etc. They couldn't do it. They gave huge promises. They couldn't sustain it. And in General Assembly election, Lok Sabha election, they gave too many promises. People did not believe them. Maharashtra, huge amount of promises being given by Mahayuti Alliance and by Mahayuti also, right? So in spite of that, people do probably trust what BJP or NDA partners are saying because they probably will meet their promises. But Mahayuti Alliance is not going to meet their promises. I think that is where the opposition camp is actually losing steam. I wouldn't believe that Congress, it has taken a non-Gandhi family leader to talk after 70 years that you can no longer fool the people by empty promises. They always, starting from Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, everybody said, 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝙪 𝗤𝙗𝘗. They're still saying that, even after 75 years. And then, people were getting fooled by that sort of a statement. And one non-Gandhi family leader at least now realize that the Congress can no longer fool the people by giving empty promises. I think, BJP has taken the wrong mantle, but, they had to do it because if there is too many promises given by Congress, and then people will be voting for them. Instead, let me also take the same, weapon in my hand, ammunition in my hand, and then I'll beat you in your own game. I think BJP has done that too. It is unfortunate. I think over a period of time, this election promises, manifesto promises, pre-election promises is a bribe to me accordingly, should over a period of time decline, or at least there should be a statutory restriction that comes up for that. Let's wait and see.
Thank you, sir. Now let's take a look at the second topic. What is this digital arrest scam, sir? Is that something like you're getting a message? What is going on, sir?
Oh, yeah. So, see, you remember world over from African countries, you used to get an enticing message. Nigeria, famous for that, right? Oh, someone has left their fortune in this bank, and then, I'm reaching out to you so that, we can equally share this fortune. And then, you get enticed into it. They'll drag you into a scam to transfer some money. And then, you will, end of the day, you lose. There are several people out of greed has fallen for it. So, 2 different scams started happening that way. Number one from telecom, as a telecom authority, now recently on RBI also. What happens is, when you have, you get a message or you get a call from certain number, and unfortunately, it is a India number, India mobile number. You get a call from that number, and then, you pick it up. It is no longer not a spam number or something. You pick it up. Then you get a voice message saying that, your phone number, or someone has taken a phone number in your name, and then, that phone is used for fraudulent purposes. Your phone will be disconnected in 2 hours time. If you want to prevent it, press 9 or some number, right? Naturally, people get panicky because it is as if this is being called from Troy. This message is coming. And then, you press 9, then it takes it to a IVR, and then, it just, someone calls up, and someone picks up the call, some human being, say that I am from Mumbai Police Department, where, there is a complaint lodged in such and such station. You could actually call the station number, or we can continue here. Suppose you get little smart and then say, I want to call that number. You call that number, the scamster would pick up that number, will identify themselves as someone in the police department. And if you start verifying the credential, that such person would exist in the police department, right? So, natural reaction for any non-common citizen innocent citizen is, oh my God, someone has done a fraudulent activity on me and then used my credentials and then created a number, and then that is being used for some drug trafficking or something. So you start actually believing that. There are another area that comes is, from Mumbai's court number, you will get it and then say something similar to that. If you don't, clear your name in next 2 hours, we will issue a arrest warrant. The third set of call comes up recently is from RBI. They say that, we are calling from RBI, your account will be frozen. All your bank accounts and credit card would be frozen in 2 hours time because your account has been used for fraudulent purposes. Press 9. Okay. You press 9, then it takes you to whichever police station they belong to. And to an extent, trust me, I've also got several calls, and then for fun, I used to pick up that and then press 9 and then go through that. I've done that for a telecom, and then 3 days before, I also got a call from some number which said RBI, calling from RBI, and then, your accounts would be frozen. Press 9. I pressed 9, and then it went to, Mumbai court number. They said that, there is a warrant being issued for you from some Bangalore police station. I knew it's a scam, right? Because I wanted to have fun. Okay, is it so? What should I do and all? You should call this Bangalore police officer, and then they gave me a landline number. So call up the police officer number, and then he will explain you what to be done, what documents needed, etc., etc. So I promptly called that number. I even have the track record of that, and I couldn't record that conversation because iPhone does. Only recently they have given a call recording facility, so I couldn't record that conversation. So I took a snapshot of calling that number, so that I want to post it in Twitter also sometime. Explain this. So what happens is, this person explains saying that your account has been compromised. It has been used for this purpose, that purpose. So we need your documents, like, your Aadhaar card, your passport number, all those documents. Send it to this mobile by WhatsApp. And then, we will send you authentication for, you are the right person. We will send your authentication code to your, your mobile number. You give me the OTP, then we will clear your case. Eventually, and then there will be a fees of 25,000 rupees for clearing this, etc. with the court. So you need to pay up that fees and all those things. If you fail to do that, we are actually in the process of issuing an arrest warrant. So finally, I asked this question. How come a Bangalore case, instead of call coming from a Bangalore High Court, it comes from a Maharashtra High Court? What is the connection between this and that? Then they gave me some, probably that guy took a time because he was caught off guard. Then I said, I would like to get an arrest warrant because, I've never received an arrest warrant in my life. So can you just create an arrest warrant in the next 2 hours? I'm not going to pay up this. Can you create an arrest warrant and then send it across? Call got disconnected abruptly because the people know that you are not falling for, you are just creating the digital, proof of what is happening, etc. Right? So my point of criticism is this is happening across the country for months together. This is not happening from an overseas number. This is not happening from Nigeria. This is not happening from UK. It is happening from a mobile number from India. And Prime Minister Modi talks about it in the Mann Ki Baat, saying that, digital arrest scam. What is the telecom department doing? Your own infrastructure is being used by the fraudsters. I can give the numbers that I received a call from. I even have a message. I can put up the proof to the government. Now you have to take the phone number, mobile numbers, or any mobile connection cannot be taken without an Aadhaar as an identity. Identity proof is very important. So why can't they track the the scamsters and then make an arrest out of it? Yes, national warning is important. Coming from Prime Minister is very, very critical. So it reaches the public. There are a lot of innocent people who gets panic about it. Even, my father got it 2 days back, and then he got panic and then said, hey, can you check my bank account? Is there any fraudulent transaction happen? I said, ignore it because this is a scam. Still, for his convenience, I checked his bank account. Look, I showed him, look, there is no transaction happen other than whatever you have made. So imagine there are a lot of innocent people who probably will not go through this process of verifying. There are a lot of innocents who are paid up this ransom. And yet, because they pay up and then you get a message saying that your FIR has been cancelled and then it has been closed. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm happy at 25,000 rupees. I lost, that's all. But at least I'm peaceful. But what is Telecom Authority and TRAI doing on this? Why can't they block such spam calls? I think that is where I'm very, very critical about this government. Yes, giving a warning is great, but what is the action that you are taking to protect the innocent public? I think that is where I want Mr. 𝗤𝙗𝘆 𝗢𝙗𝘆 to concentrate, put an action plan to stop these menace, arrest few people, and imagine if you go to a Truecaller or something and then see, because that's the only way I can verify, right? It says Bombay High Court, because naturally Truecaller works in such a way that someone has stored this number. That is how it works. But you call this number, when someone picks up, it says Commissioner Office Bangalore, or some police station Bangalore, police station in Mumbai. So naturally a public reaction is panic, because we do not want to get involved into the tangle of police case.
Thank you, sir. We'll see how this plays out. It's a very interesting situation. I need to also warn some of my relatives to be watchful about this. So the third one is a very interesting case. That is a landmark judgment from the Delhi High Court on right to education. Does this mean that whatever were the curbs imposed or restrictions imposed by the UPA government, all those things can be?
Sir, I think the case was very, very interesting because the illegal immigrants, especially in this case the Rohingyas, who had migrated to Delhi and then set up their colony, and then they are having so many children, and then population explosion happening there. They are illegal migrants. They are not citizens of the country, and hence when the kids are sent to school in the government schools in Delhi, they were denied seats, and then someone filed a case against that, and then went to Delhi High Court. Delhi High Court has given an excellent judgment on this, very, very important. They said very clearly the right to education is for the citizens of the country, not for illegal immigrants. So they clearly recognize. People will argue on a humanitarian consideration. Doesn't that kid have a place, a right to learn? Doesn't that kid has, future? Why should we spoil that future? When we go abroad, doesn't our kid go to the school? Yes, we are legal immigrants. When someone goes on a visa to the US or UK or any other countries, we are legally going there with a government consent through certain formalities, getting the visa for you, self, and then the spouse, family, the kids, and then based on that you go and create your local records. Go, if you're US, go and take a social security, tax ID numbers, and then you go and put up your kids there, right? Illegal immigrants, you just come illegally into that country. You want to claim all the benefits. Kejriwal government gave them a ration card. Mamata Banerjee goes one step further and then creates a fake record and then gives them an Aadhaar card and then a voter ID card. And with all these, when these people come and want to get all the benefits of that are given to the common public, including the food subsidy, right? Yeah, Rohingyas, you go to probably a relief camp and then stay there and then take because your sustenance will be taken care. But you want to live like a common citizen. You want to become recognized as an Indian citizen. I think this judgment has clearly proved that the court has taken cognizance of the situation. You are not a citizen of this country. You are not a legal migrant to this country through a visa process, and hence all the benefits. So this is now going to get extended to all the benefits. It's just not restricted to the right to education. So the free education that is given to the citizens of the country is no longer applied to an illegal immigrant. Fair enough. You want to come and work in India, come through the legal process, take your visa, come. Naturally, you get that benefit, right? Whatever benefit. Even then, if you are a legal immigrant, then you don't get the benefits that are given free to the citizens or poor citizens of the country. And you want to claim all those benefits. Then next day, they'll come and say, give me a reservation. They'll say that, give me a government job, representation in the government. That's a ridiculous argument that is being put forward by the liberals in front of the court, and then court was very sensible enough to identify and then say, UPA government's right to education is a good one. It applies only to the citizens of this country. I think it's a very landmark judgment. I think they'll go for an appeal to Supreme Court. Supreme Court will uphold this. I think it's very, very important judgment, and hence, the illegal immigrants will not get any benefits that is given to the citizens of this country. I think that is where it is going to. I think we need to welcome that judgment.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let's take a few questions. Magad Ranga wants to know, Namaskaram, many feel BJP was wrong in taking Ajit Pawar and a few others known to be corrupt. Winning is important, but for that, can BJP compromise with corruption? Isn't the messaging wrong?
Magnet Ranga, yeah, definitely that is wrong. Even now, I maintain that the Pawars cannot be trusted neither by BJP nor by the Mahayuti Chemistry, the Congress and Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray group. The reason I'm saying is, if Ajit Pawar's numbers going to matter for Mahayuti Chemistry to form a government and then he gets a better deal there, Ajit Pawar will not even think twice before jumping over. Vice versa, if Sharad Pawar can get a far better deal with BJP or NDA government in Maharashtra, he wouldn't blink twice before coming here. So the Pawars would be a very flexible party that can go either way. So I still don't trust Ajit Pawar as a trusted ally, but at this point in time that he has stuck very firmly with them, and then very amenable. On the other side, Sharad Pawar has used the commotion between Uddhav Thackeray and Congress for his benefit. So they are playing that, the Pawars are playing what is in it for me. Yeah, we will have one leg on one camp, another leg on the other camp. We will see how it plays out. But I think, that is why, they are non-trustworthy. See, the corrupt is a question that, I would not go into much about it, because any alliance partner is a corrupt partner. Do you think that ADMK in Tamil Nadu is not a corrupt party? In fact, their leader was convicted. Of course, she passed away, and hence, the conviction judgment was not passed on her. But she was convicted by the lower court. She was convicted by the higher court. And when she went for appeal, and then Supreme Court, after Jayalalitha passed away, that conviction order could not be passed because she is no longer. But the conviction order was upheld. Only sentence was not given because she is no longer alive. Whereas that sentence was given to Sashikala. So aligning with ADMK also is corrupt. Chandrababu Naidu, isn't he a corrupt person? Why is BJP aligning with them? So my question, yes, it is compromising on your core ideology of anti-corruption, but BJP himself have been in that row before. Bangaru Lakshman on camera taken money. Maybe he was actually it was stage managed, whatever you can talk about. He was foolish enough to take that money as a BJP's national president. Yediyurappa, has gone through several of these cases. His government was dismissed also because of that. Lokayukta has filed cases against him. So I don't see that as a corruption has become a norm in this country. I'm not discounting that corruption issue, but why should that be applied only to BJP when bringing Ajit Pawar is going to win an election? I think, you should go after that. I think that is where there is an ideological compromise, of course, but without that compromise, you can't come to power. Some places you have to do that.
Thank you, sir. Next question. Venkatraman wants to know, sir, that single savory sent from MIT to TN BJP is mixture, sir. You forgot me during your hiatus. I heard it. Seems like TN BJP opened the pack and started consuming for Deepavali. It is Modi's blunder to launch Ayushman Bharat for senior citizens during Deepavali.
Yes, I know your satire is excellent, sir. Yeah, see, Ayushman Bharat was launched before. In fact, I expected August 15th Independence Day announcement. He should have used that as a plank for Ayushman Bharat. Maybe because they were collecting some statistical information, etc., before announcing that. Nevertheless, at least it came as what happened was just came as a very silent government order. So it was not a pump and show that it should have attracted. At least now, take it to the masses. At least in Tamil Nadu, especially, I'm talking about, take it to the masses, because PM Awas Yojana, DMK has applied the sticker. Every scheme, DMK applies a sticker as if it's theirs. Yes, Karunanidhi in his lifetime, if someone asked me to tell one great scheme that he has done for the poor, the medical scheme, insurance scheme that was pioneered by Karunanidhi, I think I would give it to him. And then only, the Ayushman Bharat is an extension to the and of course, Chandrababu Naidu did that after that in Andhra Pradesh. Other state governments did. But Karunanidhi was the first pioneer in bringing this, for 1 lakh was insurance that he gave it to people. But that was the best ever scheme. I can talk about DMK. Overall, DMK's 30-40 years of their political existence. But what is Tamil Nadu BJP doing? Why can't they take it to the nook and corners? That is definitely a mixture. Yes, INB has given them the mixture, and then they are eating it.
Sir, it was to have come on 15th August, sir. What happened was, the GO that was signed, they were about to circulate it, and then mixture got distributed in the meeting, sir. Then there's some extra hand was needed, so they put that mixture in that paper, and then after consuming the mixture, the paper got thrown. They didn't realize that the GO has been lost. So it took some time before they could correct it.
They could find it. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, August 15th, Independence Day speech would have been a far better plan to announce this, inaugurate it. But anyway, at least now it is there, and then people should use it to make this as a propaganda.
Thank you so much, sir. And that brings us to a close of today's program. Very, very entertaining and very information-filled. Viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Sriram, sir, take it easy now. You have a weekend still left, a little bit of it. Yes, and we'll see you again next weekend, sir. Namaskaram.
Namaskar. Namaskar.